Hey, what's happening, gamers? I'm Kwing, and welcome to our Let's Play channel. Today, we're talking about Polka-Dot Man for another LEGO Batman 3 lore video. A fan request! So, Polka-Dot Man, his minifigure, can be found in the Batcave after finishing the quest Dot and Bothered. He's only 15,000 studs, so cheapy. His powers consist of throwing dots, I kid you not, hatch travel, bubble balls, and flight. I know, right? He can fly! How's that even possible? As for the character's history, origin, etc., his real name is Abner Krill, and he's a bad guy from the Silver Age of DC Comics, so think 50s and 60s. The polka dots he wears can actually be used as a weapon. He was created by Sheldon Moldoff and Charles Paris for a 1962 Detective Comics book. In the issue that I remember reading about, and yes, there was a lot of eye-rolling in that issue, the villain was named Mr. Polka-Dot, and all he really did was capture Robin. Then, of course, he left a brilliant trail about spots and dots for Batman to follow, and of course, he's defeated, allowing the Batman the opportunity to use cheesy one-liners like a true hero, such as right on the dot. I bet you're seeing spots now. I've connected the dots to your caper, fiend. Well, you get the rest. It's pretty spot on what happens with... Yeah, I know, that was bad. So, Polka-Dot Man did not leave prison for the most part, and during the detective-driven 1970s era, very drama-driven Bronze Age DC Comics, Batman mentioned some more of his lame foes in passing, and Polka-Dot Man's name came up a couple times, until he completely vanished until 1996. This guy's reappearance was not your average costumed villain, but it was hilarious. He's just some crazy guy with a polka dot suit, and he's also the reason that Harvey Bullock ended up in anger management for some time. Where I'm going with this is GCPD issue number 1, where Polka-Dot Man, down in his luck and unable to afford all his odd spot weapons and things like that, he's trying to rob a jewelry store with a baseball bat. Yeah. Though he still uses his Terabad spot puns and dot puns and, A poor officer actually gets in Mr. Crazy Bat's way, and he breaks his kneecaps. Harvey Bullock, who just is getting back from a Dunkin' Donut shop or whatever, is sick and tired of all these costume clowns and beats Abner to a pulp with his own bat, allowing the poor fiend to end up in traction. Now, because it was the 90s, Polka-Dot Man was able to get public sympathy and sue Detective Bullock for assault, citing police brutality, etc., etc. Personally, I thought it was funny that Mr. Jewel Thief got what he deserved, and Batman couldn't have done it any better. The issue made me really like Bullock a lot more too, and you really related to his situation because you can just see how sick and tired he was of all these crazies and costumes running the city. I mean, he just reached a boiling point and was, you know what? This guy's not a threat, I'm just gonna beat him up. Because of this incident, Bullock was actually forced to speak with a police therapist and then later had to take mandatory anger management courses. I kid you not. This version of Polka-Dot Man wielding a bat actually ran into Nightwing, and he was really happy to see that the former Boy Wonder actually remembered him. Basically, Nightwing points out that this guy just needs to give it up because he's using a baseball bat and not spot weapons like the old days. And then, of course, you know, he beats up Polka-Dot Man. This character, to be honest, doesn't do much after his glory days. He becomes a drunk hanging out in supervillain bars near Gotham and Central City. That's about it. And then, of course, he just dies off panel by the Human Flame right before the New 52, I believe. As for other media, this guy appeared in Batman Brave and the Bold, although he had a cameo only in Legends of the Dark Might. He appears as part of Batmite's imagination, so a reimagining of what the foes are like in Batmite's mind. He actually becomes a pinball machine, and when Batman beats him, it says tilt, because, you know, he looks like a pinball machine, kind of. The character has one more cameo that I can remember, and it's the famous line where Batman says, "Batman does not eat nachos." Something like that. And of course, you can see Polka-Dot Man in one of the places where Angry Batman goes and beats up a bunch of thugs. He's playing cards with a bunch of 60s Batman villains. He doesn't speak. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that does it for another LEGO Batman 3 video. Thanks for watching. In the comment section below, tell me who you would like to learn about next. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. I'll see you tomorrow with more lore.